just write multiply. Let's say you have this number, 0.3 times 0.4. I need to focus for a little bit here. When you multiply decimals, by the way, we could multiply this, right? We could change these to fractions. We multiply fractions, right? We know what the answer should be. How do you write 3/10 as a fraction? I know that's a tough one there. Paige? 3 over 10. How do I write 4/10 as a fraction? Jenny? 4 over 10. So if I multiply those two fractions together, I know my answer should be, do that there, Elijah? 12/100ths. And if I change that back to a decimal, I write 12/100ths like this, right? So I know this is what my answer is, but we don't want to have to change the fractions. So here are the simple little rules here. First of all, okay, please note this, stress this, you do not have to line up the decimals. One of the biggest issues I have is people thinking that because when we add, subtract fractions or decimals, we line them up. Multiplication, you do not have to do that. Sometimes they will line up, sometimes they won't. But it doesn't matter. You don't need to do it, don't even think about it. So step number 1.5, which is really what usually is the first step is, okay, you multiply the numbers like normal. In other words, don't even think about the decimals. So if I was multiplying 3 times 4, I write it down like this. Okay. I multiply like normal, and normal is 3 times 4. What's 3 times 4? 12. Okay. Which is the 2 digits I do have right there. I know 12 is going to be my answer, in my answer somewhere. Now the problem is to figure out where the decimal point goes. And that's what step number 2 is. Okay, you need to count the number, hashtag, of digits to the right of the decimal. Count the digits to the right of the decimal in both numbers you multiplied. Let's write that first. Count the digits to the right of the decimal in both numbers you multiplied. Got that yet?
Yep.
Count the number of digits to the right of the decimal in both numbers you multiplied. That means this. I look at this number. How many digits are to the right of the decimal here? 1. How many digits are to the right of the decimal here? Another 1. That's a grand total of 2. And your step 3 is you need to start at the right of your answer and count back that many places for the decimal. It's hard to write, easy to do. Start at the right of your answer and count back for the decimal place. Which means this. I start at the right here, but I know there's 2 is my number when I add those up there, so this comes back, I can get it 1, 2 places. And that's where it goes in my answer. 12/100ths, 12/100ths. There are 2 digits to the right of the decimal and the numbers I multiplied, there are 2 digits to the right of the decimal in my answer. 2 digits right, 2 digits right. Sometimes I get people starting here and coming back this way 2 places. That will be wrong because 12 is not the same thing as 12 hundredths. Okay? Now I can tell you memorized by that. So if I have let's say I have 75 times 0.6. Okay, you write this down just like normal multiplication. 75 times 0.6. Notice how the decimals aren't lined up, otherwise I'd put it way over there. You multiply like there's no decimal.
I know how to do that.
6 times 5 is 30. Back in the day, I'm not so sure you did, but now I do.
That's a lie.
I'm gone. Okay, so I know I have a 450 in my answer. I just have to figure out where the decimal goes. Look at the 2 numbers that you multiplied together. This doesn't have no digits to the right of the decimal because the decimal actually starts there. This has 1. That's a grand total of 1. So I start here, come back 1 place. The decimal goes there. The answer is 45. 1 digit to the right of the decimal, 1 digit to the right of the decimal. It's a simple little thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Tenpin, what's going on?
I had a word problem for you.
I've had a couple of those today. Is it like really something a word problem or no?
I mean, I can make it a word problem.
Is it what
Area,
area
yes.
of?
Well, in this case, triangle.
Have we done area triangles? Not 5th grade. Yes. What are you asking?
Basically, so if drywall comes in 4x8,
Sheets, yes.
then how many sheets of drywall would it take to cover this triangle?
What's the triangle? You're gonna be cutting it in pieces.
Well, yeah. So,
Listen to this mathematical problem. I don't want to take too long. Wait, let me stop my camera here because this will be.